Okay, we back. I think. What was the video? Duh. Okay, can you? Okay. For the previous session, these streams of woken from my eyes.
Are we back? Are we back?
I think we're back, right? You hear me? These streams.
Are we back?
We're back. We're back. We back.
Fantastic. I'm glad we're back.
Can you hear me in
Yes.
real time?
Okay. I can't hear you in
God
the
damn it, no,
Video Ninja.
No. Enable, yes. Okay. Enable, yes.
There we go. Yeah. Got you back. Perfecto. Yeah, we're cooking now, baby.
Okay. We're going to do this again at some point down the line soon. So.
This is a dry run. This is a dry run.
We're
gonna fix it up. We're gonna make it beautiful, baby. We're gonna make it, baby. You're gonna be a star.
You're gonna be a star. We're gonna make you beautiful. We're lathering you up.
We're gonna slather you in the most delectable
all the essential oils. RFK gave us so many oils.
Birth cake sprinkles.
You're gonna look like a potbelly pig. That's what's causing the autism. You're making people look like piggies.
We're gonna roll you around in molasses and slather you with honey.
Oh God, our God Emperor King. All right, sorry about that. That was some leftist.
No, I'm glad the audio driver was resuscitated and everything is groovy, baby. Groovy.
It thought it was ice for a second and it needed to take me
Holy
down.
Holy shit.
Speaking of ice, I've heard there's been a lot of ice over up in my neck of the woods lately, which is quite sad because Flint already goes through too much. But our I believe our county police is like completely aligning with them, and they've been like, we're gonna help you, we're gonna help hire people for you. And,
that's very disappointing. Holy shit. I think that JB Pritzker is probably doing a better job of that, handling this crisis. People don't fuck with ICE. I've never fucked with ICE. Nobody that I like fucks with ICE. So,
well, it's so weird because it's like I just people my whole life that do like talk about respecting the police and stuff. They talk about like serving your community and wearing a uniform and a badge and all that. And it's like these guys don't have any of that. They don't have badges. They don't have a uniform. I mean, their uniform is hiding themselves. So now Gestapo, but put me in jail for that. I guess I don't fucking.
Yeah, and then you have limp dick schmucks like Eric Swalwell saying, "Oh, we're gonna unmask ICE if we take power." It's like, no.
Oh yeah, God, I saw that shit.
Unmask ICE. Get the fuck out of here.
They want to Scooby Doo this shit. It's like
right.
We're a little bit beyond that at this point.
Oh, we're gonna Oh God, I'm blanking. Like this scenario is just absurd. Unmask ICE, just defund the whole fucking program.
Right. I
Like,
mean,
what are
this.
they even doing? It's just the most. It's just a paramilitary force of the most racist motherfuckers in America.
ICE came into
Giving
being
part,
after George W. Bush. I mean, it was during George W. Bush, right? Like he invented ICE,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
But year over year, Republicans and Democrats just vote to give them more money and more power, and now they have carte blanche to go around terrorizing immigrant communities.
And it's, I mean, I can't get over, and it's been said a million times before by everyone with half a brain, but it's like a country founded by immigrants and colonizers are just feeling the need to kick people out, and it's like, I don't know, your family hasn't even been here for like 100 years, bro. Like,
Well, it was founded by colonizers who, in
yeah,
and of themselves, are just the worst of the worst that were exiled from another country because they were doing away with slavery. Surprise, surprise! It's like all the slavers come to this land to uh, do their dastardly doings.
absolutely, absolutely, and what a legacy. I mean, it's crazy because I know, like, Brazil was importing slaves for a lot longer than we were, but it seems like they've reconciled their racial issues, at least from what I can observe, better than we have. I mean, most countries that were mixed in the ways that we were, in the horrible ways that we were, have handled it better than we have in modern times. It seems like. I mean, I don't feel like Brazil's got this huge I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm just not tapped in, but I do have some family over there, so just from what I'm aware of, it doesn't seem like their cops are like hunting black people down like seems to happen here.
Well, that is fortunate.
Yeah.
I'm glad the situation in Brazil has improved. They had a pretty fascist um, president for a few years there, and
Yeah, they're taking I mean, they're doing democracy. They're doing the right thing by putting a bad person who did illegal shit in jail, which is
yeah,
something, Biden could have looked at Lula and been like, "Hey, I could do that too."
right. The Democrats don't exist to oppose Republicans.
No.
They are in and of them. So the only entrance on the side of the Big Ten has been on the right for the last 40, 50. Yeah.
It's interesting to me because it's like even a completely cucked by capital nation like South Korea can like jail its former president for being an illegal fascist. So what manifests in their system that allows that, but over here we can't we can't jail somebody who's broken the fucking law.
Well, like despite all the propaganda, some of that still comes through, and it's like um, I think people inherently know that the system's not built for them, and I'm not sure why the USA doesn't have that sort of grit that maybe the South Koreans even demonstrate.
Right. I mean, we we are like we do treat the president very much like a king, like in our society. Like even before Trump was around, it was very much like this sacred position almost. And maybe it's because our Constitution is basically the oldest functioning one on Earth. That we feel like we have this like sacredness of the position that we can't. I mean, it's evident in how the judicial branch is completely fallen into the executive. We just don't have a culture of taking on our own king, even though we overthrew technically a king to establish our country in the first place.
Well, no, it was a bourgeois revolution,
That's right.
as I'm
Yep.
sure you know. That's to be expected when the circumstances of a nation's founding come from such a grievous place.
I'm and I will I think our revolution is probably like it is one of the it's hard to like one to one it with any other in the world, because I do think that almost every other country did have like a sort of like in their revolutions they were tackling capital to some degree for the most part, but I don't think we ever have, like, ours was not it wasn't about capital, it was about just proximity to the land, I think, more or less
Well, I'm
retaining capital in the continent rather than, letting it all go to England. But it still went to the same, like, like you said, it was still a bourgeois class of white male cis landowners that
right,
owned
and
slaves.
up until like Marx, well, after his death, I guess it wasn't until after Marx's death that this concept of socialism even um, began to be
Well, it's definitely more like mainstreamed, or at least like more scientific after Marx, right? Like, because you have sort of a proto-socialist Christian sort of movement in continental Europe before that.
yeah. It wasn't until the Industrial Revolution that like those those contradictions became apparent.
Right. Right. Because it's almost like the vocabulary of how people would understand themselves in that time frame of the colonial era wouldn't have given them the tools to like destroy a capitalist system before one had even really like established itself, right? Like,
Exactly.
so it is like I do like France is on its like fifth republic, right? Like they've had multiple constitutional, and they're probably batting up the sixth one, is what it sounded like. If
Yeah, I
Emmanuel
mean,
Macron can't get his shit together.
neoliberalism's failures will inevitably cause another. Well, I mean, that's how history goes. Every next moment leads into the next. Like it I think it's inevitable,
Yeah,
as the French would say.
and I guess like I feel like in America, and you're talking to like the average like normie or whatever, like we don't have like a history of really overcoming our rulers at all. Like there was one moment where our own rulers overcame their own rulers, but we don't really have like a history of like there's a monarchy and then the liberals come in and then the liberals are taken over by an emperor and then the emperor is taken over by like France has had like this happen over and over and over. I just feel like we are very deeply entrenched in almost a king-like, in an almost feud. I mean, a lot of socialists don't like the term techno-feudalism, but I see no reason why that doesn't describe exactly where we either are or are headed already. I mean, techno-feudalism
It's
seems like the natural end game of a regressionist neoliberalism.
You're talking about not Milo Yiannopoulos. Who's the Greek guy?
Varoufakis, yeah, or
Thank
Varoufakis,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Can you imagine?
Those two guys hanging
What are we
out.
living in the upside down? God Almighty.
Me and Milo. Milo and Milo, though. That'd be a great show.
Milo and Otis, but I'm just thinking, like, dude, my brain has been permanently altered by that podcast.
Me too, dude. I mean, I don't think I would.
My sense of humor
My
is
sense of humor is fucked.
permanently
Yeah.
warped.
It's completely fucked.
God have mercy.
Godspeed.
Me and
Nicole.
Eric were talking about what about like American Psycho, but all the characters are from SpongeBob, and the main character is Patrick Star Bateman.
Okay, I was gonna be like, all right, it's either got to be Squidward or Patrick, who's the Patrick Bateman or Patrick Bateman. Oh my God!
Let's see Plankton's business card.
SpongeBob, you ever listen to Huey Lewis in the news? What are you talking about, Patrick?
It would be scuba something and the news. Yeah. Or,
Scuba Steve.
Yeah,
It's a little Adam Sandler reference for.
Yeah, that's a hell of a callback there. Well, we're going back like 20 years or so, 25 years.
That movie caused a lot of really cool guys to happen. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Wait, Adam Sandler or?
I would love if people. What's that movie called? It's the one where he's raising the kid. The Cole Sprouse or Dylan Sprouse kid.
8 Crazy Nights?
No, it was before. It was like right before that one. It's fuck.
Little Nicky?
I fucking love that movie, but no, that's there's one where he's like a single dad and he takes care of like the kids played by the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody kids before they were like a thing.
Yeah, I'm having trouble drawing.
I just remember that there's a moment where he has a man dressed up in a scuba suit named Scuba Steve, but I would love if someone made that their personality. Don't Google Sandler.
Oh God!
Someone in the chat said don't Google Sandler.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's deeply concerned. You know, has Adam Sandler ever said anything about Israel?
I'm pretty sure he's APAC.
I mean, he was already like the conservative Jew in Hollywood. Like that was already.
Yeah, was he?
I'm pretty sure he was already like in 2004. He's like, I'm a Republican.
I didn't know that about him. That sort of tarnishes.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's just, you know, he's never been the. I don't know if he's done political humor like ever.
This is a stain on his illustrious record in history.
Well, it is sad because I do like his movies, like especially that like 90s to early 2000s run. I do like that's something I'll put on to fall asleep is like Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore or any of those like
Billy Madison.
Dude, Billy Madison.
I'll turn this damn bus around. That'll end your precious little field trip.
Dude, I think about the Doyle Rules family flying off the fucking highway.
All the time, bro. All the time. Because it happens so frequently. You see it all the time in politics these days. Like, especially on Twitter. Is like,
yes.
People get dunked on so much. And it's a shame that, like, social media dunks don't cause shame or embarrassment like they should.
Yes. Dude, shame is gone. That was something that existed like 10, 15 years ago. I was watching some like the old it was when Van Jones was coming into Obama's government and they're like, he's a communist. And I was like, man, shit was so quaint.
Van Jones was hella based, but then the bag became way more important for him.
Yeah, it's a classic tale.
Yeah, he's a class traitor.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like I think a lot of these people that are in media are just like, you know, rubes. They're getting hired because they will just naturally say what the media would want someone to say. But that guy was just bought. That guy knows exactly what he's saying, and he's bought.
Yeah, same with Gavin Newsom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, did you watch the I've Had It podcast?
The Jennifer Welch show, right? That's
Yeah.
I've seen them on the other side. I've only watched like their interview with Mamdani, but
Okay.
I mean, I like
so I subscribed after that, and I pulled it up this morning and was watching a little bit of it. They started talking about Gavin Newsom, the reason why he was squirming on that question about whether or not he'd take APAC money is because there is actually a new initiative to in California schools, I think, to combat anti-Semitism, that he like implemented or wait, I don't have the full story, so I don't want to give anyone the wrong idea.
No worries.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if he used to be based and now he's not, because he just seems like used car salesman.
Who, Gavin Newsom or Van Jones?
Oh, Gavin Newsom, yeah. Van Jones, I know. Oh, I thought you were saying that Newsom used to be based and now he's not.
No, Van Jones used to be based.
Yeah,
Van Jones used to be. There's that video of him when he had hair. He was spit. Let's see if I can't remember it all, but I think Hassan was showing it on his stream. It must have been him or Mike. Those are the only two I watched during the week, and it was the other day.
I know Van Jones had a rap about Palestine, and he's like, "It's an occupation."
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, I think Hassan might have played that because I vaguely remember like hearing Van Jones rap, and I was like, "Oh my god, why?"
Yeah.
He's like,
it wasn't as good as Mamdani. Mamdani's got better bars than Van Jones.
Van Jones was not like
bar none.
Mamdani actually has music. Like he's got some songs out. Like
and you can dance to it. Like I think that shit was just like spoken word jazz.
Yeah, it was like something you would have expected like the Boondocks to have made fun of back in the day. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Oh man, that's a great show. I don't know if it holds up.
Like,
I used to watch it all.
I definitely remember the Chapo gaming series where they did the playthrough of Cthulhu, I think it was. The Call of Cthulhu.
Oh shit! I didn't know that they did any gaming.
They did a tabletop game theory series and this was when.
This is way back, isn't it?
This was Virgil was still on the show. And he was the DM.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Do you ever just go onto the Bad Faith YouTube channel to look at the banner? That was so funny because it literally Bad Faith launched like one, and then it was like 3 days later.
Yeah,
it was literally.
Yeah,
like,
talk about a hard launch.
Yeah, that timing. I mean, it almost worked out in a way because like, if it was like with like in the like maybe like the first 2 months, maybe that show wouldn't have taken off. But I think she was able to just kind of put him under, just scrub him out. Sort of.
Yeah, just
he's in the title.
Just Photoshop him out.
Yeah. Sort of like a spectral entity.
She cut him out like Stalin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Chapo's kind of have. Like, they don't talk about him at all, ever. Which I don't think they need to or anything. I'm not like...
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck, but...
They didn't have anything to do with Virgil being Virgil.
Yeah. No. I think my favorite Virgil thing is just the story Nick told of them being like up in the cabin together. And Virgil's just like not listening to anyone, and he walks out and walks up to Nick, just being like, "Have you thought about the Simpsons episode where Nick's just like, what the fuck?"
I don't remember that one, no, but
it was like shortly after the shit went down, Nick did a pretty funny impression of Virgil. So for anyone who wants the lore out there, you can find that in your own time.
Superbly racist against Italians. My name is Van Jones, and I'm here to say superbly racist against Italians. Are there sequential? That's a great sequence of chats. Holy shit.
I think friend citizen is our friend Miles. That's not me.
Yeah, he hit me up on Facebook.
Talking shit.
Cool. We gotta get him
this
on
Miles
the
guy can't run a stream. He
He
can't plan anything. He can't run a stream. He can't do audio. Leftist everything.
This is oppression.
This is oppression. All right, so you said
should we pull a clip?
Yeah, can we? Yeah, let's fucking go. Let's
It's
fucking
ripples and clips, man.
Yeah.
Let's rip
All right,
it.
so you can see my screen and everything. You're like,
I've got you open in Twitch, and I can see you shrinking me. Get me out of the way. Hey, shake me around. Shake me around. I've always wanted to do this.
woo. All right, this is the. All right, here we go.
I'm all dizzy now.
All right. This is what's gonna get the stream banned. Because I told you I had to do
What
it.
did I walk myself into this?
I told you I had to do it.
We got to do it to him. Yeah, let's pull it up. On the wheel. Oh, Martin O'Malley. Yes, my goat. This when I was working with after college, I was working with a coalition, the Maryland Student Climate Coalition, and we successfully petitioned the Board of Regents at Maryland universities to sign on to a letter that culminated in Martin O'Malley signing the Offshore Wind Energy Act of 2013. And then that money went nowhere, except I think it got reappropriated back to the police. Like, it was so infuriating. We've been trying to get offshore wind energy in the Bay since 2013. We've got those massive we've got plenty of air current going off all the time over the water. There's no reason.
You guys had the bridge that fucking exploded, right?
Yeah, that bridge. Yeah, they went headlong into the bridge, the key bridge down in Dundalk, and these two clout chasing ass rappers. I got to pull the clip for you. Hold on, this is so funny.
Yeah. But first, we'll listen to some.
Yeah, do that. I'll pull the clip for you.
This was my intro to being a ball knower of Baltimore politics.
First of all, the guitar is
what was the point of his run? I truly don't understand the difference between him and Hillary Clinton. Like, what was the?
Bring it on.
Yeah, he's just male Hillary Clinton. It's just a different.
What do we do here?
What do we do here?
Oh wow!
All right, here, one of Katy
He's
Perry.
more handsome
was
than
doing
Hillary
like a
Clinton.
benefit concert for one of my opponents in Iowa. So in response,
Oh man, and he's pulling out the guitar. Remember when?
Wait.
Remember when presidential candidates had like hobbies?
Well,
like Bill Clinton played the sax.
Yeah, Bill Clinton played the sax. Obama played
with mines.
Yep. That's a better joke than. And Martin O'Malley played with hearts and minds.
Hey,
Yeah.
I thought I'd offer this up for
Better be a mic.
Taylor
No,
Swift.
I think Obama has a good singing voice. He's a good
Oh,
vocalist.
he
Baby, now
does,
we
actually.
got bad blood.
Unlike
Yeah.
You
this.
know it used to be bad blood.
That's the
Take a
kindest.
look at
That's the
what
kindest
you
thing I can say about
That
Obama.
baby, now we got bad blood.
Is that he's a good vocalist.
Now we got problems. And now we can't solve.
Man, this
You
is
made a
ass. I
really
can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it?
Nah.
Fuck. More issues.
Yeah, I think you might need to add an audio source for the browser in OBS, and then
In OBS or in
in OBS.
Wait, so you think people on the stream can't hear it? Like people in
Let
chat.
me. Yeah, chat. Can you hear the video that's playing
yeah.
on YouTube?
So I don't know if it's the VDO room or if it's the OBS.
Oh, it's video.
Okay. Because, baby, now we've got bad blood.
Shout out to friend citizen in the chat for fixing our AV.
Well, yeah, he's literally the only reason the stream is working at all. Because if I don't have feedback, I'd just be speaking into the void, and then the video would go up, and it would be, like, audioless, and no one would...
Yeah, that was sort of my that was sort of my problem too. Is like I had to set up another laptop in the other room, and
yeah, I might do that. I've got like 3 other computers in here that I could probably do things with. I'm just being so fucking lazy.
Yeah, just set up a botnet and bot your viewers.
Okay, audio sources. All right, one's the default. all right. Loop back microphone. Loop back.
Oh, play the video so you can.
Oh right.
Test
yeah.
Baby, now we got.
Baby, now we've
Where you
got
want to be. And I'm
bad
speaking about
blood.
Donald Trump, who's very he says inflammatory things.
still
He
can't hear it.
gets on Twitter and,
How about
and
now?
attacks people. He's threatened to boycott stuff. He's made comments about you. Why do you think he's so
How about now?
popular? As opposed to, you who is saying, I'm staying on message, I'm not going to say anything bad about anybody.
There's a big difference between entertainment and presidential leadership.
But I will say, Governor, that if this doesn't work out, I would love to see you act because, I mean, what a looker, honestly. You would
The
be
questions
great
they're
if
asking
Madman
Martin here
was
are very
still here.
funny.
I mean, don't please take this in the best way. That's why I want you to be VP.
You also want him to be
I
VP
want you to be
because he's
VP.
got mad skills at the guitar. Back in high school, you formed a band called.
Oh, wait,
look at
okay,
this.
maybe
You
this will
loving
work.
it. You
Does this
formed,
help?
you formed a band called Oh
Yes.
March.
Beautiful.
You're Irish
You got
folk
it.
rock. Will you
Okay.
King shit.
Okay, we're living, we're learning. It's just like the song from Sonic Adventure 2. All right. So yeah, Martin O'Malley. So just for viewers and everyone here, I got heavily involved in politics through volunteering for Bernie's 2016 campaign. Which, I mean, I was always like, I'm a liberal guy, like, growing up and following the shit, but, like, as far as, like, being awakened. So, Martin O'Malley to me was always a weirdo because he would always poll at, like, 0.0%, but he would still run. He was still, like, in the debates and shit. And I don't really understand what his gimmick was. He didn't really have one, right? Like... He would try to say he was in the middle between like Bernie and Hillary, but it's like what there wasn't like he didn't say anything. Like there was no plans. I
stick
don't know.
around and play for us?
So
Yeah, I
this
think
is
he's
what I
just another
remember.
corpo
Can you play right
Democrat.
now? Can you play right now?
Well, yeah, let's check out this. Check out this song.
Yeah, so Taylor Swift was just as popular then as she is now, or if not even more so, really.
Really, I have a hard time believing that she was more popular than.
I mean, I guess by the numbers, it's probably not true, but I feel like I was definitely hearing more of her music. And maybe that's just because, A, I was a younger person, and B, music was different. Like, I feel like music was just more in public. Like, I'm just on my headphones listening to my Spotify. I'm not hearing what's out in the world the same way I used to. So maybe that's the difference, but... Martin O'Malley
I think she's definitely more of a household name these days than them. But she's always been pretty
Let's see what you got.
pretty big.
What do we do here?
pretty big in the zeitgeist for sure.
Of white people.
All right, one of Katy Perry, I'm told, is doing like a benefit concert for one of my opponents in Iowa. So
Katy Perry's
Katy
doing
Perry's doing a benefit concert for Hillary Clinton, and he's doing this. This is a presidential
This
candidate.
isn't Taylor
Martin O'Malley.
endorsing him. He's just
Now we
covering.
got bad blood. You know it used to be mad.
Mad stuff
So take a look at what you've done. That maybe now we got bad blood.
Hey! Now we got
problems. And now we can't solve.
Well, he's ass.
Dude, he's not good.
His voice is even worse than I thought.
Now we've got bad blood. Well, apparently he like plays in like some Irish band or something, which seems so Boston for a Baltimore guy, but
Yeah. Well, I'm shipping up to Boston.
literally.
Can you imagine Martin O'Malley going on stage with Dropkick Murphys?
Dude, he is not cool enough for that.
No, absolutely not. Like he's so bitch made. Like Martin O'Malley sucked me from behind. He fucking sucks.
And something else I need to point out.
Such a letdown.
Oh, absolutely.
And
was he your governor?
Yeah, he was our governor.
Oh. Something I want to point out here is if you're ever on the Wikipedia page for The View, looking at the lineup is kind of like looking at like the history of a prog rock band. You know what I mean? There's like one or two people that have just always been a part of it, and then there's just like the myriad of like, you know, guitar players and bass players, drummers that have just cycled out. I mean, it's like looking at Asia or something, or you know, what's the band with the screaming guy on the cover? Fuck, not Jethro Tull.
King Crimson.
King Crimson. God damn. But yeah. Anyway, what was the clip you sent me over here?
Oh yeah, this is a local act. These are a couple clout chasing ass white rappers from Dundalk singing about the Key Bridge.
Oh my god, I need to see this.
Play this. The problem is it's such a bop. You'll have it in your head all day. It's a definite earworm.
Wait, where did you send this to me on?
On Twitch chat.
Oh, there we go. Fucking Christ.
When I was a young kid riding over the Key Bridge.
Okay, can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can't hear it. So many memories.
When I was a young
How about
kid
now?
riding over the Key Bridge.
Yes.
Taking Ocean City trips, life as good as it gets. And now it'll never be the same.
And now it'll never be.
In a minute, lost their life, we gon' remember the name.
Oh, this is sad.
No, it's a bop.
It was something we could stand in our neighborhood and see, where the nation's anthem was written by Francis Scott Key. Just a youngin' in that back seat, glued to the window. Wanted to feel that breeze, so I crack it and let the wind blow. It's a Dundalk thing, 'cause it's a Dundalk thing. It's a Dundalk thing.
It's a Dundalk thing.
You're damn right it is.
Wait.
You're damn right it is. It's
And
a Dundalk thing,
for
baby.
For those of us who don't know, tell our viewers a bit about the fabulous world of Dundalk.
Dundalk, Maryland is it's right by the water. It's right by the ocean.
The boat more
And-
ocean.
And back a few years ago now, there's a boat struck the Francis Scott Key Bridge, and fucking all that shit fell in the water, and 5 motherfuckers died. It was a bad thing. It's a Dundalk thing, though.
It's a Dundalk thing.
Yeah. So these guys clearly went on the Wikipedia and did some research about some of the local history and put together this song to capitalize on the on the Francis Scott Key Bridge tragedy.
Yo, this is fucked up, man. We gotta we gotta
We gotta do something. Let's chase clout, bro. And like, to their credit, I mean, like, the hook just goes so hard.
So many memories.
It goes tough, bro. It has no business being this hard.
Did they rebuild it? Did they fix it?
I think they're $2 billion in the hole, and it's not even done yet.
No.
They overshot budget by a couple billows.
Couple billies. A couple billies will get away from you,
Yeah.
It's like losing pocket change. Couple billies.
Here today, gone tomorrow.
I get I get bridge troubles because we got bridges here in Michigan too that have some drama going on. So, but this we don't have a cool song like this about it. We don't have Now It'll Never Be.
Maybe that's what you need, because like I think it was the song that really got politicians to take notice and listen.
Yeah,
because they clearly weren't seeing the problem before.
No, it's kind of like it's like East Palestine wouldn't have been known about had not for we got to rely on our rappers to spread the news these days. They're really
they're the only source for real good information.
That's why Tom McDonald's my go-to.
Fuck off. Yeah, him and I've got something he can Facaccio blow.
Forgiato.
Yeah, whatever his fucking name is.
Forgiato, in memory.
When I was a young kid riding over the
bridge. It's like, and we're gonna remember. Like, the lyrics are so bad. Like, at the time they released this, they didn't know who the other people were that died. So, like, the lyric, we're going to remember the names, only applies to 2 out of the 5 people. It's
probably
ridiculous,
not a lyric
bro.
you'd want to use.
Watch it again.
Know the name. Yeah, I need to
watch it again.
Ocean City trips, life as good as it gets.
I don't like that it'll never be. Like, they will rebuild the bridge somehow, some way. Like,
no, they won't. No, they fucking won't.
Never be.
The same, praying for them feeling that pain. In the minute lost their life, we gon' remember the name.
I will say in this reel.
Look,
yeah. We're gonna remember the name of people that we don't remember the name.
Yeah, unknown victim.
Yeah, it'd be like the
tragic
unknown soldier
bridge accident.
Yeah, actually, really sad. These were just like laborers, right? These were just like
braver than our troops.
Unironically. Damn, Dundalk thing is really getting me.
It is a Dundalk thing. It is a Dundalk ass thing for the bridge to just fucking collapse into the water.
God, dude. I never visited Dundalk the times I've been in Maryland, but I do feel like I've missed out on something.
Yeah, you were in our neck of the woods for a little bit during your early career, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I was in Baltimore for a little bit there. I wasn't really doing anything with the DSA or politics or anything over there, but I was seeing a theater troupe there a lot, or at least a improv group. So there's that.
Okay, well, I mean,
good for that.
Improv
Charm City, right?
Improv is on that is a stop towards complete and total anarchy. Improv is a step toward I think of improv as like a leftward art form. And most art forms are. I mean, the fascists can't do art. That's why they're pathetic and malding that they can't.
They're bad at it.
Successfully. They're bad at jokes because it takes a sense of empathy that they clearly have never thought about or demonstrated in their lives. Republicans are fucking scum, and I don't have much good to say about the slate of Democrats either. So, I mean, a lot of them also are completely captured by reactionary principles. And
right. I mean, our whole criticism of Democrats as leftists is that their proximity to Republicans is a fucking issue.
Yeah, these people play. I say all the time, these people play on the same softball teams. I mean, they literally go out and they're an opposition in name only. They're not.
Absolutely. Because when it is a thing where you're like, you are going to the same building every day. They are your coworkers in a certain way. So, I mean, these people do get like weird, like it's all this weird, like, especially I remember this being said a lot during like 2000s or early 2010s era, is like, well, George Bush and Obama would have a beer together or some shit like that. And it's like, yeah, they would, because they're killing all of us over it,
right? Like, yeah. every
suck.
dollar ever struck is another massacre. Every red cent is another drop of blood.
Absolutely. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm scrolling on my news now. I'm just looking at the headlines.
Let's get into some clips. Let's
do it.
Riff it out.
Yeah. So I've used this channel to follow every news source that I could possibly imagine, including the Times of India, which they like to post a lot. Damn.
They're content demons, bro.
John Bolton surrenders to authorities. That doesn't sound fun. I don't want to talk about.
He was arrested in Maryland. It's more Maryland news.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he was his house was raided, and he's a resident of what's it called? Chevy Chase.
Oh wow.
Yeah, not the actor.
Right. For out of staters out there who don't know,
Chevy Chase, Maryland is a suburb of Maryland, DC, I guess.
Yes.
It's where all the wealthiest clandestine political figures like to live. Talking like FBI agents like to live there, and other outlet agents.
It's if any of our watchers are from Michigan, it'd be similar to our Oakland County area, the north of Detroit, white suburbia, that shit. All the rich people.
It's a wasp nest.
Let's see what we got. Israel update. Oh, Newsmax Israel update. Let's see. I want the Newsmax Israel update.
I'm Katrina Zish, and this is your Israel update.
Katrina
Israel's
Zish.
bees are getting a high-tech boost. At the Technion, scientists are using AI-monitored hives and even
what
robotic
does this have to do with
honeybees
Israel?
to protect one of nature's most vital pollinators. Its innovation is helping to preserve Israel's environment, its agriculture, and a sweet...
Wait, this isn't like talking about like... Newsmax just does like general updates for the nation of Israel rather than like how it applicable like American or world news. They're just like bees are doing things. That's fucking crazy.
Bro, they're farming. They're farming it. They're farming
to come, and as you might guess, it's generating quite the buzz.
Deceptive.
Right.
It's a deceptive headline fake out.
Now let's go to our Israel correspondent.
They're just farming
They're
Israel
clip farming.
content.
So I'm in the
They
old
are. They're
city
clip
of
chimping. They're clip
Tiberias, which is
chimping.
right next to the Sea of Galilee, which you've probably heard of from the stories of Jesus walking on water. So
What the fuck?
I'm trying to integrate these fucking new lingo, the streamer lingo, in my regular parlance, and it's exciting and fun.
I'm just hit with the whiplash of this Newsmax. I mean, the way that they're describing the news in biblical terms is very strange. You know the Sea of Galilee from the Bible, right, guys? I mean, I guess this is Newsmax, so we are, like, this is peak alt-right, like, grandpa fucking news, right?
heard of from the stories of Jesus walking on water.
I grew up sort of like I was raised Jewish, and we went to Hebrew school and all. I don't think they talk much about like the Jesus aspect of things, but like it's fucking sickening, really, how people these Christian Zionists sort of fetishize Judaism. It's disgusting, really.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I was briefly dating this girl many years ago. Like, I think I was like right out of high school, and her parents were Pentecostal fundamentalist Christians, and I didn't realize how fucking wild Pentecostals were. But I went to, I wanted to like make her mom happy, so I went to church with them one time, and I knew something was up when I walk in the building, and my girlfriend's little sister, who's like 9 or 8 years old, is handed a giant Israel flag to run around with the entire sermon. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Like,
so
what is the, you know, at the time I'm like, what does the nation of Israel have to do with any of this? You know.
Well, you're about to find out.
Oh God.
Exactly. So all of this revolves around their made-up prophecy.
The cow, right?
Yeah, but I think a lot of that though is isn't actually in the Bible itself.
No.
I'm not all too read up on the New Testament, let alone the Old Testament. I only memorized my Torah portion for my bar mitzvah, and that was it. So, that is to say, I don't really know for a fact, but I know in my heart that I don't think any of that is mentioned. I think it's all like speculation.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of modern interpretation of the Bible, of course.
That's right, interpretation.
Yeah, it's coming through translation. I know that the whole apocalypse thing is like, it's like basically they just didn't read Greek correctly and misunderstood like what this meant in an old, Greek Bible, and that God.
Right, and that's sort of where I was going. That's where I was sort of going, is like the fetishization of Jews by Christians is all a means of fulfilling their messianic prophecy of collecting and herding all of the non-believers, the heretics, the Jews, into the Holy Land, and then setting the place ablaze. That's
right. It's not even in there for the interest of the Jews. Like,
no, it's completely self-serving. It's a purge.
Yeah, and it really is like it's like
their
I can't wait
apocalypse
for the Jews
prophecy.
and Muslims to all kill each other. Like, oh great, like they'll clear it out for us. Is essentially the thought process.
And that's basically the structure under which a lot of our politicians here have really operated under, because it is a uniquely sort of American cult of it's an American doomsday cult, the WASP culture.
Right. I mean,
At least in terms of, insofar as like well, how they behave and how they've always behaved, like from the founding days and so forth.
well, in the modern fundamentalist wing coming out of like the televangelism, is very American. You don't really have. I don't think there's like a large group of Pentecostals in Europe. Like I think that specific form of fundamentalist Christianity is very like American coded. Like I don't know if there are big movements in Europe that think that the cow and the temple and all that shit's gonna happen. I don't hear about it. I don't think it's ingrained in the culture the same way it is over here. So I mean, I don't know if it was generated over here or if the idea came over here and proliferated. But
no, we definitely started all that.
Yeah.
I mean, American culture is tentacles in every which way, spanning across the globe. Our culture and values are now like sort of the modus operandi of we've made it, we've engineered this world the way it is and shaped history because of it.
you wanna look at a few of these debate clips we'll review real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
And give some thoughts.
Move it along.
Of course, I believe that they should lay down.
Seeing as that we're talking about Israel, Gaza anyway, and that seems to be a focal point for the NYC mayoral race for some reason.
It certainly is. Yeah. That part is wild.
Yeah,
it follows along with a lot of the fetishization and counter fetishization of Arabs.
Yes, very much so. And we'll hear
More like antipathy.
Yes.
Proud to be one of the first elected officials in the state who called for a ceasefire. And calling for a ceasefire means seizing fire. That means all parties have to cease fire and put down their weapons. And the reason that we call for that is not only for the end of the
You can hear it, or you can't hear it?
I can't hear the clip.
Oh, crap. I realized I'm in the wrong thing here. My bad. It only works on this tab.
Okay.
Of course, I believe that they should lay down their arms.
There we go.
I'm proud to be one of the first elected officials in the state who called for a ceasefire. And calling for a ceasefire means seizing fire. That means all parties have to cease fire and put down their weapons. And the reason that we call for that is not only for the end of the genocide, but also an unimpeded access of humanitarian aid. I, like many New Yorkers, am hopeful that this ceasefire will hold. I'm hopeful that it is durable. I'm hopeful that it is just.
President of
man, I mean,
Mamdani answered that question as best I think that can be answered.
Oh yeah,
he's got to walk a fine line in politicking to all New Yorkers, and in this moment, I think he shines as a communicator. Mamdani is a communicator, a once in a generation for sure, but maybe several, if I'm being honest. His communication style should be studied by all leftists. More importantly, all socialists need to study Mamdani's approach to communication. This is like bar none. He's bar none the greatest communicator of our age.
And he's compared positively to Obama by liberals who still like that fucker, but it is because of that, right? It is because of the, take Obama for what he is, the fucking little snake salesman he is. He was a good orator. He was able to sell something. He was able to connect with people. And Mamdani does have that ability to, connect with people in the same way and look like a real person. And of course, we know Mamdani's background makes him much more of a, he'll probably follow through on his actual convictions, unlike Mr. Obama.
he strikes me as someone who has principles and will follow through on them without vacillating too wildly. And I think that he's made that clear in his statements in this debate.
Absolutely. And yeah, here I'll let Curtis Lewa say his response here. I guess we'll compare and contrast.
Of the United States should have been applauded by you, Zoran Mandami, and you, Andrew Cuomo, on the day that he brought together that international coalition that met in Egypt, that came from the Middle East and the Persian Gulf. I certainly applauded him for bringing peace to Gaza and trying to end the hostilities in the war between.
I guess my whole issue with, I mean, and this is beyond what we're really talking about with the debate here, but like, I mean, this whole ceasefire is like predicated upon like basically the status quo going back into effect. So, like,
yeah,
you know, how are we not building October 7th to, if we're, you know, building a bureaucracy out of the destruction that just happened? I don't know. It's
exactly.
You know.
Between the Israelis and Hamas.
And Siwa is just completely out of his depth in this conversation. And throughout this debate, he just a masterclass in a dumb guy with a few good talking points and not much else between the ears.
No, especially when there's no beret between the ears. I mean, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, I mean, I think he definitely took a significant hit to his charisma stat on equipping that item.
Yeah, because he looks silly no matter what.
Yeah, but he looks at least a little bit more.
It's like true to who he is, you know, in the beret.
He looks a little bit more festive.
Yeah,
we'll say that.
Right. I mean, he's like, this whole thing is man on the street sort of behavior, right? I mean, this whole like I'm in a suit, it just doesn't really like vibe with me. I don't know.
It doesn't hit, and his head is chilly.
Look at how cold it is. Bring it in.
He's got no drip. He's got negative motion. He's got zero charisma. His riz is in the red.
Yes.
Bring back the hat,
yeah,
Curtis.
Yeah.
And maybe go back to begging for change. I don't know.
Praising our president and Angela. You were incapable of praising our president.
Gentlemen, we have
Give credit where credit is due. He's brought peace to God.
I did applaud President Trump and his administration. I think it was a great accomplishment. I hope the peace holds. The assemblyman will not denounce Hamas. The assemblyman will not denounce Hassan Piker, who said...
Oh, I didn't see that. I actually didn't see this question. Hassan Piker mentioned at the New York City mayoral debate?
Like, he's so lost in the fucking sauce. It's incredible.
He getting his debate talking points from H3?
Even real New Yorkers don't care that much about 9/11. Like, this guy has not read a room.
No, how many New York comics have made jokes about 9/11? I mean, didn't Gilbert Gottfried make a joke about 9/11 literally like a week later? Like,
yeah, and he got canceled for it.
He did.
That's when, like, he lost everything because of that joke, which was a real shame because Gilbert Gottfried, rest in peace. He's one of the greats.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I have a great impression I do of him from Aladdin. I'm so ticked off, I'm molten.
That is good. That's good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Some people say he can do his voice, and then it's not there. So actually, no, I appreciated that.
Awesome. Sorry if I shout a little too loud.
No,
for
we're a shouting sort of show. We're not low energy. We're not low energy here. We're high energy.
Yes. Keep that energy up. Hit play on that clip.
Yep.
Said America deserved 9/11. The assemblyman just said in his response,
couldn't agree more on Andrew Cuomo.
Occupation. That is code, meaning that Israel does not have a right to exist as a Jewish state. which he has never acknowledged. That is from the river to the sea. That's why he won't denounce global
That is an okay
intifada,
thing.
which means kill all Jews.
Literally, this is just the stream where Ethan was crying again. This is just that show. I'm watching it all over again. It's
what, H3, the last H3 show.
The H3 where he went on Hassan's stream and Hassan had to like mute the chat because Ethan was crying, and he's like, when people say that about from the river to the sea, I know what they mean. And Hassan had to keep like nicely explaining to him over and over. Yeah, I think that was like their last friendly sort of.
Time and time again, they bring up these old hat talking points that don't carry water because they've got no argument. Andrew Cuomo is a pathetic piece of shit. He is the only reason this is even an issue is because of the number of Jewish people in New York and the media failing to adequately poll American Jews. It was only like last week that the Washington Post revealed that I think it's 6 in 10. No, it's like 80% of American Jews don't fuck with Israel.
Which, yeah, like, of course not. Well, I mean, I think we can like look at Adam Friedland's reaction during the Richie Torres interview as like a great.
I keep coming back to that.
Yeah, because it is he just laid out his headspace, and I think that's literally where so many Jewish people in this country are right now. They've had this shit shoved in their face for so long and down their throats for so long, and it's like, the reality is, the reality is out there and it's known.
Now that everyone can see
what this is.
Everyone has these cameras in their pocket, and everyone has like ability to get online and see in their feed like the horrendous highly asymmetrical, like it's an understatement, the amount of devastation caused by Israel has decimated, in the biblical sense, the Palestinian population. I think it's closer to 1 million or more.
Yeah,
deaths,
I'm so worried it's over 1 million. Because all the numbers we get, and we have so many despondent numbers because nobody can do anything, and the official numbers have to come from identified bodies, which, given the weapons that Israel's using, I mean, bodies aren't going to exist.
They're just incinerating
right.
their bones and flesh
dust.
And teeth. They've used white phosphorus, which is a war crime. And they did this within the first 3 months of the siege. So for the last 2 years and several days, that Israel has continued to oppress and occupy and subject the Palestinians is another day that humanity has failed.
Absolutely. I mean, I keep coming, like, I mean, I don't expect the rest of the world, like, especially like, countries that are very like not involved, like I don't think it's China's responsibility for what Israel does per se, but I do think being like one of their biggest trade partners is like highly problematic if we're not like straight up willing to invade this country to. I mean, what was the justification for Desert Storm in Kuwait, right? It was that Kuwait sovereignty was being destroyed by Saddam Hussein, so we formed an international coalition and blew him to hell. I don't really understand. Okay, if that's the justification for that, then what the fuck is going on with Palestine?
Well, you know what the fuck is going on. It's a disgraceful double standard that we somehow maintain despite being loathed by literally the rest of the world. And more we're going to find ourselves isolated if we don't get on the right path and reconcile with these facts.
Yeah, we're like taking the Brexit trip out of like world relevance.
We're right back.
All good. Here, I'll play the clip a bit more here.
Mr. Mamdani, a chance to respond to that.
I want to be very clear. The occupation is a reference to international law and the violation of it, which Mr. Cuomo has no regard for since he signed up to be Benjamin Netanyahu's legal defense team during the course of this genocide. And I find the comments that Hassan made on 9/11 to be objectionable and reprehensible. And I also think that part of the reason why Democrats are in the situation that we are in, of being a permanent minority in this country, is we are looking only to speak to journalists and streamers and Americans with whom we agree of every single thing that they say. We need to take the case to every person, and I'm happy to do that.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on...
Damn. Hassan thrown under the bus. Not nice. Not very nice. No, when you're when you're running for a administrative position, this is something a lot of people need to understand. There is a difference between being an activist and being a politician. And I don't like it. Nobody fucking likes it. But utilizing activist language as an entire strategy for a political campaign just constantly doesn't work, especially at a large administrative election. We can't be expecting the most left-com takes coming out of somebody that we support that's saying that they're even like a democratic socialist.
Yeah, and like I kind of feel like Zoran did the cool. Like I was watching this last night. Hassan was watching it live, and he was like, at the end of it, it was pretty cool. Zoran didn't really throw Hassan under the bus there. He's like, no,
not really.
He kind of tossed it off like he's a very what's the word here? Well, whatever. He knocked it out of the park. Cuomo L, Mamdani W.
Yeah, I mean he was
very
like diligent. Yeah, I mean he walks. He does. We were talking like you got to walk that line when you're running. And this is something a lot of people need to understand too. Is like moderation is always going to happen after a primary. I mean that's just like if you're an election watcher and you do this over and over, it happens every single time. And there's a reason for it. It's to, the idea is that, you're coming back to the other side of the base or whatever, and you're going to expand it and solidify your win. I don't think like Zoran has had these I don't think he's like Mr. Oh, I'm going to suck the police off now, or some people are trying to make him like he's...
No, that didn't strike me as his operating procedures there.
No, I think, and especially if you are someone with the clearly he has the objective that if Netanyahu ever steps foot in New York City, he needs to be fucking arrested. So you need to have a NYPD that's willing to cooperate with you if you want to arrest a fucking war criminal, especially one that's protected by the president.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And particularly when Trump wants to bring in people to, bring in the National Guard or whoever to fight in your city, I guess. It's important that Zoran finds some sort of allegiance within the NYPD so that New York doesn't just go to like a federal hell,
Exactly. He's got to walk a fine line. And I think that him throwing them a bone in this debate, the way he did by helping, he said explicitly, he wants to help them do their jobs better, to respond to murders and not mental health crises, which really demands a different class of civil servant to show up and be on the scene, one that doesn't have a gun. And an officer can always accompany that professional, but it's a different caseload. It's a different job. Right now, they're too generalized, and that's part of the problem is the police meet every situation with violence when it need not be.
Right, we gotta look at public safety as a much more like fluid and large. I mean, there's so many aspects to it, and especially in a country where our healthcare is not getting properly acknowledged, there's got to be like different safeguards for people who experience mental health or physical breaks or anything like that could cause an issue out in public. But wouldn't necessitate anyone with a gun being there. Like it's just this is common sense to me. I don't
Right, and they're policies that have been solved in other countries. Like this has been done before. Socialism has already solved a great deal of these societal problems. It's in the name. So
absolutely.
What is it? The argument that there's no money for any of this is the heart of is at its heart like an absurd thing. We have all the money in the world to fund a rogue band of murderous thugs to go around harassing Latinos.
And it's a good job. Like it's a well-paid, good job that with lots of benefits. Like,
but it's not a good job. They're not doing a good job.
No. But what I mean for they can develop jobs that provide all this shit. But they only do it to do evil. What if we had a government jobs program like that, but instead of being an ICE officer, you were giving food to people, or just like. It's all about policy and allocation, and that's what socialism is all is all about. We are allocating all this wealth to not.
They're common sense. They're common sense policies that make good sense for you.
Absolutely.
That's the bumper sticker slogan there.
And all right, so it is about my time here. So.
Oh man, we were just getting good rolling, but
I know I do
I'm
feel
glad
like we were like getting the vibe here, but
yeah, we had a good riff going for a minute. Yeah, let's do this again. I had a great time.
Yeah, if you're down, I'd love to do it. Yeah, I mean, if you're around next week or something, we could.
Yeah, we'll get it scheduled.
All right, I'll hit you up.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
it was
thank
great
you,
to be here.
And thanks for dealing with all my technical horribleness.
Hey, we got it going.
Exactly.
We had some laughs. We had some fun. That was great.
Goofs and gaffs. And next time will definitely be smoother. So yeah, thank you, Andy.
Perfecto. All right, see you next time.
All right, see you, Mang. All right. And with that, this has been the WINCMENC stream. Please follow, subscribe, do all the things you would do for a normal person, because I'm not normal. And by that I mean I don't know what I'm doing. So with that, I will be more active, like I said I was going to, because now the things that were broken are no longer broken. So I should be able to stream. I'm kind of taking the rest of 2025 as like this is me figuring out how to do this. I'm hoping to get it regimented before the start of the new year, but like we're just gonna have technical issues and shit going on until then. So until next time, friends. I am your Milo.